Absolutely. Last year, as the playoffs came or got closer, we all talked about how nobody wanted to see the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs, and they were absolutely putrid on defense. They were so bad on defense that Lou Anarumo, that has the Indianapolis coach playing at an extremely high level on defense, was fired. A coach that was once thought of as a surefire head coaching project or head coaching potential. And so now you look at the Dallas Cowboys with an offense that can score at that clip. And if Dan does believe, which I believe right now, the best trio in football when we're talking about quarterback and wide receiver. By the way, Stephen A., I said that before the season that was a possibility for this group, then absolutely they make the right trade. They're in there. If this team had Michael Parsons still, I think differently about them.
RC, I'll stay with you and I'll pass this around the table before I go to break. Do we, dare I say, have to reflect upon Jerry Jones' decision with Micah Parsons?
Nope.
Look at it and say, hey, you know what? This might not end up being as bad as we thought it was going to be for the Cowboys. Is it possible?
Yes. No. So it's not possible because we're saying in order to compete with an offense like this, you have to go get a difference maker on defense when you traded that difference maker away.
Gotcha.
Michael Parsons won a football game for the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. Imagine having him with some of the other pieces you have and an offense that right now is absolutely unstoppable. Jerry Jones made the wrong decision. He can now go rectify that by bringing a player in.
Especially given this is a Super Bowl caliber offense. I really believe that. And to trade away a player like that, you do it when you're a rebuilding team. You do it for contractual reasons. But to me, it's jeopardizing this season. And it turns out in this season, they're really competitive on offense. And I want to add one thing, because the Bengals comp is the one that keeps coming up. You know what's the difference between this offense and the Cincinnati Bengals? They can run the hell out of the ball. We're talking about the receivers, and they're amazing. They're incredibly balanced, too, Dan.
I would agree with that. So here's where I stand with this. One, they give up right now in Dallas about 30 points a game. There have been two teams in the last 25 years to give up more than 27 a game on defense and make the playoffs. I think it was the 2020 Titans and then like the 2000 Rams. So right now, this team ain't making the playoffs. We have all the evidence in the world that defensively they're not. Now, if they make a trade, and I think they should, it's do they call the Jets for Jermaine Johnson? Do they call the Dolphins for like a Jalen Phillips? Do they call the Bengals for Trey Hendrickson in the next week if they lose type of thing? That's the only way that they get into this conversation. But as great as this offense is right now, they're not beating Detroit. They're not beating the Rams. They're not beating the Bucs. They're not beating Seattle. They're not. The offense is a very good offense. It's playing great.
Well,
this defense is very poor.
So it's not possible that Jared Goff might throw a couple of picks. It's not possible that Sam Darnold might wilt beneath the pressure as the playoffs arrive. It's not possible for that to happen.
The problem is this, though.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the problem is going to be, though, the Seattle Seahawks can actually play defense.
No doubt.
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys, as great as they are, aren't going to put up 40 on everyone. And with those teams also having some offensive balance, that's where the problem comes in. Even when you look at this team go on the road and play some of these games against the Carolinas and not be able to stop Rico Dowdle and Carolina find enough ways to get stopped. So that's going to be the problem for the Dallas Cowboys, which is why they need someone on defense that could be a difference maker.
And let's see what they do this weekend, okay? They're going on the road, which they scored less at against a
Really
great
good defense, yeah.
They've lit up bad defenses. Washington bad, Giants bad. Green Bay's the one.
To put up a 40-burger on that Packers
That's
defense.
the one. That's
Play
the one.
the teams in front of you. Okay, let me ask you this. If they put up 30-plus on Denver, are you going to recant your position?
About what?
That they could make noise in the playoffs?
Nah. They give up 30 a game.
Roll back the tape on him talking about the Bengals last year.
They're not the same quarterback.
Better question. Is Dan Orlovsky capable of recanting his previous takes?
I
Is that even capability?
Great question.
No.
That's a great question.
I say it all the time.
I'm asking her. I'm not asking you.
I admit when I'm wrong all the time.
Is he capable?
I've seen it happen. I will give him credit, but it's very rare. It is very
RC, you agree with that? It's very rare.
No,
It's very rare.
you have an ego.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna say now it's because I'm hardly ever wrong. Like that was what was coming.
Does that sound like
next.
someone who
But the
recants
one thing
takes?
about Dan though, if he's dead wrong, maybe if Twitter points it out to him enough.
You know what? He'll acknowledge it, right? With this big cheesy smile on his face, all innocent, like, who, me? I didn't mean anything by it. And that's what happened.
Here's what I don't understand about you guys. Like, you don't have a pride level in doing your job at a high level. Of course, I want to be right all the time. Like, of course. Am I wrong? Yes.
Right. You got that?
It's not like I'm going to celebrate it.
You got that off your chest? Are you feeling better now?
I didn't feel bad about it to begin with.
Yeah, you did. Sam Darnold.
Cowboys Nation, buckle up. What we're witnessing right now could be the start of something huge. A storm is brewing in Big D, and the name at the center of it all? Maxx Crosby. Yes, Mad Max himself, the relentless edge rusher, the Raider icon, the game changer. And the Cowboys? Oh, they're in the thick of it. This week, the rumor mill caught fire. Reports broke out that the Cowboys had reached out to the Las Vegas Raiders about a potential blockbuster deal for Maxx Crosby. And just as quickly as it caught fire, the smoke started to settle, with insiders denying it, pushing back, saying it's all noise. But then came Brian Broaddus, a man who's been around the Cowboys front office longer than most reporters have been in the business. He says, it's not dead. This isn't over. In fact, this may have only just begun. And you know what? He's right. Let's talk about it. Right now, the Cowboys are sitting at 3-1 in the hunt. The offense is rolling. Dak Prescott is playing some of the best football of his career. He's got CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks flying down the field, the running game punching holes. And this unit? It's dropping 40 burgers like it's Sunday barbecue. But the defense? Not so much. Bottom 5 in yards allowed. 30 points per game surrendered. It's ugly. Let's be honest, Cowboys fans. We know what's missing. We know what left a crater in this roster. Trading Micah Parsons. That move shook the fan base and redefined this season before it even began. Jerry Jones said it was about the long game, about cap space, about building smart. But now, with this offense playing at an elite level and the NFC wide open, that move has to be corrected. And the correction just might be Maxx Crosby. This guy isn't just good, he's elite. 4 straight Pro Bowls, over 300 pressures in the last 4 seasons. That's a club shared by only Micah Parsons, Nick Bosa, and Myles Garrett. And here's the thing, Crosby does it all with fire, leadership, intensity. He's the first in the building and the last out. He's a culture setter. He is exactly what the Cowboys need on that defensive line. And yet, the Raiders say no. He's our guy. He's untouchable. Sound familiar? It should. That's exactly what Jerry Jones said about Micah Parsons before trading him to Green Bay. So here's the truth. This trade is still on the table. The teams are playing chess, not checkers. You don't show your hand in the middle of negotiations, especially when the price is steep. And for Crosby, it's going to take a first-rounder, maybe more, and a willingness to take on that big money contract. But let's ask the real question. Is it worth it? Cowboys Nation, think about this. If we land Maxx Crosby, we don't just patch a hole in the defense, we send a signal to the entire league. We are not sitting back. We're not riding this offense until it runs out of gas. We're going for it. We're coming for the NFC. We're not just playoff hopefuls. We're contenders. Imagine a front 7 with Crosby lined up next to Osa Odigizwa and Kenny Clark. Imagine that pass rush exploding off the snap, forcing turnovers, flipping games. We've already seen this offense can hang 40 on anyone. Give them a defense that gets even 2 stops a game more, and suddenly we're staring down the Lions, the 49ers, even Philly, and saying, bring it on. And let me remind you, the last time Jerry Jones truly went all in was in the 90s, the glory years, the 3-ring dynasty. That fire, that mentality, it might be flickering back to life. And with the Netflix docuseries on the 90s Cowboys still fresh in everyone's minds, you know Jerry feels the spotlight. The question is, does he make the move? Cowboys Nation, the clock is ticking, the trade deadline is closing in, and all signs point to action. Whether it's Crosby or another impact defender, this team cannot waste what this offense is doing. Not this year, not with this window. So I ask you, do you want Maxx Crosby in Dallas? What would you give up for him? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from the real ones. If you believe the Cowboys can make noise in the playoffs with just one move, hit that like button. And if you're riding with me through every rumor, every report, every snap, subscribe to Cowboys Nation Report right now. We're just getting started. Big moves are coming, and when they do, we'll be ready. This is Cowboys Nation Report. Let's go.